This is truly disgusting. The Israeli government is using tanks to kill Palestinians. They're going to claim they need these tanks in order to fight Hamas, but we know they're going to be using the tanks to just destroy anything and everything in Rafah. Uh, in the beginning of this video, we have a tank just driving over a bunch of property, like this sign saying "I love Gaza." Like, why did the Israeli IDF need to run over the sign, and for what reason? Like, they're just wanting to destroy everything.
Israeli troops stormed into Rafah overnight. Video showing tanks crashing over a sign at the entrance of the city. Israel took over the Gazan side of the Rafah border crossing with Egypt, a key transit point for aid. It says Hamas used the area to launch a deadly attack on Israeli troops over the weekend. Israel had warned civilians to leave the area in Rafah yesterday, but gave them little time to do it. Our crew filmed how the bombing started just hours after Israel's evacuation notice.
Hours after evacuation notice, that's not enough time for people to leave. And if anybody dies, you got Israeli defenders that will play. Well, why didn't they leave the evacuation zone? The Israeli government gave them pamphlets to leave. Like, yeah, they don't have time to leave.
Palestinian medics say more than 20 people were killed in the overnight operation, including children. The bodies today.
So these kids, what, they're Hamas or something? Why is the Israeli government killing kids? Like, how is that self-defense for the Israeli government to kill while the IDF is in tanks?
Handed over to their families. Hamas says it has agreed to a plan to end all of this and sent NBC News the full text of a 4-page document in which Hamas promises to release all the hostages it's holding. Israel believes there are 132 in all to achieve a, quote, sustainable calm with Israel. Hamas says the plan would be implemented in 3 phases, each 42 days long. In phase 1, Israel and Hamas would cease hostilities, and Hamas would free 33 hostages, including all women, hostages over 50, and sick and wounded civilians.
Yeah, Bibi Netanyahu and his war cabinet said no to this, showing that they don't actually care about the hostages. I mean, it is quite possible that tank fire from the IDF will kill hostages, but does Bibi care about that? No.
In exchange, Israeli troops would withdraw from densely populated areas in Gaza, release Palestinian prisoners, allow more aid into Gaza, and give Palestinians freedom of movement within the Gaza Strip. During the next 2 phases, Hamas would release all remaining hostages. Israeli troops would leave Gaza completely, and a 3 to 5 year internationally supported program to rebuild Gaza would begin. The document lists Qatar, Egypt, the UN, and the United States as guarantors.
We're currently reviewing that response.
The Israeli government responded, saying Hamas's terms do not meet its necessary requirements, but Israel is nonetheless sending a team of negotiators to Cairo to discuss it.
Yeah, what is there to discuss anymore when the Israeli government has invaded Rafah and has started killing people? And it's not like Bibi Netanyahu's ever going any ceasefire deal. He's already said he's never going to accept any deal, and even if there was a deal, he's still going to invade. So it's not like any of it matters when you got the Israeli government just going to say no or delay any proposal.
A key sticking point is the future of Hamas in Gaza. The terms presented by Hamas strongly suggest that the group would remain in power, which is something the Israeli government has said it will never accept.